Welcome back everyone. Today I have another video and today we are going mad with science. We are trying to make this card work. Charlotte Cracker says activate main once per turn, don't -1, play one cracker from your hand. So you're trying to go first so you can activate this ability on your first second turn immediately and start playing crackers every turn, and from there you build a board pretty quickly. And it doesn't matter that you're doing the minus ability because you recoup that with the leader. And eventually by turn 3, you already have 4 or 5 creatures on board. And then you can utilize them to just get ahead super quickly. And that's the whole idea behind the deck. That's what I thought it should happen. And everything that I built around is to complement around that, right? So if you don't know, Cracker, as per rules, I can play as many cards of him as I can for the on the deck, right? So I'm playing 8 in total. Around 8 or 9 is correct. I never, when I needed him, when I had the Cracker, I never missed him. Especially with this leader, because you take your own life aggressively, and you don't really have to defend this leader that much, because I'm playing 3 Blast Breath. So even if I go to 0 life and I have a bunch of blockers, I want my opponent to try to go for game on me when I have 0 life, because I have Blast Breath and I can punish them for doing so. So it's still the same for me. I can go to 0 life easily, and I have blockers and I have Blast Breath to defend myself. I also have Chopper, which is really good, and that ties into the second engine of the deck, which is Porch. Porch being able to search Choppers, and I'm gonna try to play some cards out of her. The main cards that I want to play are Khalifa, Black Maria, and Franosuke. Also the Chopper blocker too, but those are the main targets that I want to do. So in a way, I can just palm the board as soon as turn 2. I can have the full board complete with a Cracker and a Porch draw, which is like the nuts in this deck. And then I can do many things from there, right? I can draw cards with Khalifa. I can use Black Maria aggressively. I can play Queens. I can play Kids. I can play Magellans, depending on how much I want to stall my opponent. Or I can just keep spamming blockers. That's the whole idea of the deck. It was a proof of concept. It could be a little bit better. You could have something like a couple of 9-drop Kaidos, so you can close those games at the end of the game. It could also be really good in that end. I just didn't know if it was gonna be too much. But it could have a couple of 9-drop crackers. Kaidos. That could complement what I'm trying to do here. Reiju is very important for this deck because I want to defend aggressively, but down in hand size, and I'm using my minus ability on the leader aggressively with Cracker, with Porch, with Magellan, with Queen. So I'm not really generating that energy back. So Reiju is gonna allow me to just refill my hand and at the same time keep up the pace of the game, right? I, however, used the Reiju incorrectly in this game, but in this playthrough, but it still should. I should tell you where I messed up and where should have been good or not. The Reiju in those spots, right? Yeah, let me know what you think about this deck. It is really fun to play this deck, and I don't think it's actually bad. I think it goes really aggressive, really hard. My mulligan usually is for either Porch or Cracker, so I can start being aggressive really early on. But there's a lot of cards that can just help you get there, of course. But with that being said, let me know what you think about the deck, and let's go see some gameplay. All right, so we got a Lucci matchup here. Sunny's okay. We got the Cracker turn 1. Actually, really impactful here. Attack for 5, and then Cracker into play the guy. Now we're gaming. Now, if we get a second Cracker, we can do blocker into play Cracker into a lot, right? Into next turn playing like a Magellan, and really hard for him to. I will take the damage here because I'm trying to find a second Cracker, so that can happen. Maybe he removes my my 4 costs here, but it's fine if he does so. Okay, it does seem like he's gonna do that. So then now I just play Magellan, right? Yeah, I just play Magellan here. Attack for 5, attack for 6. And mind you, the 5 cost is actually pretty difficult for Rob Lucci decks to remove. So now he goes into 6. Now he cannot do Gecko Morian turn. Maybe that was something that he was planning. I do have to combo some cards here, so I can just go crazy. And then now, okay, we have options. With options, I mean I'm gonna play the blocker, but let's attack for 6 first. Attack for 6. Yeah, I still probably have to play the blocker, right? Attacking for 8, so he has to block and give me 2 cards is also good. But the blocker is just too good, right? To pass out. Oh, he has double 1k. Oh my god, that's so good. Okay, this is not bad for us. Now, let's say he has a Rob Luffy, which still 3 5 costs here is actually pretty decent. Because that's going to be really difficult for him to remove. He's going to need some Ice Ages and stuff. And even then, he probably cannot even play Jack at the moment, can he? I don't think so. And then he gets to attack with Brook, KO my blocker. Okay, combo to that one. And play another blocker, which is, I mean, I'm okay with this. We've been putting enough pressure into my... Honestly, the Cracker was the MVP of this matchup, honestly. If the opponent doesn't deal with it turn 2, I mean, he would have got steamrolled by far. Now attack for 8 and attack for 8. Another big number. He has to block out of those. He's at 0 life, so going for game is not an option. Maybe removing my board is. I mean, again, it's 2 5 costs. It's not that easy. But I definitely just want to put him to 0 and remove the blockers, so he has a tough time removing my board and getting the blockers out. That's just important to do so. He's going to KO the Magellan? I don't think so, right? No, he brought this guy, which doesn't really do anything. I have 3 attackers now. I mean, it's going to be difficult for my opponent to go for game. And even if I don't finish him off this turn... And again, there's an argument for playing 10-drop Kaido and the 9-drop Kaido in this deck. Because, I mean, just scenarios like this, right? And what is he going to bring with this one? Oh, he brings out a Khalifa, so he can draw some cards, discard this Rob Lucy's. This doesn't do anything, again. Being 5 costs really has been like a huge difference, right? But now we're trying to go for game. Now we're attacking for 9, 9, 9. He combos out of this one. And then, I mean, attack for 7. He blocks, and then just the remaining. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good for me. Not gonna lie. Next turn, he could have actually killed everything, and then if he survived that, maybe I should have attacked for like 8 on the Cracker, since he did 2 1Ks. But he couldn't remove everything and have all this counter, right? And then I just needed to survive. If anything, I just have 2 Blast Breath, and that should be enough to survive if he attempts to just go for game. So yeah, that was the other option for me, I think. All right, we're gonna play against Yellow Luffy, the 3-life Luffy. I'm sorry, forgot his name. We're going second, which is not ideal precisely. Attacking for 6. Does he have the Zoro? He does. Annoying. Take a life. The blocker is not bad here, so I will play the blocker. Because that gives me the ability to just keep using my abilities and not having to de-ramp. Attacks for 6. I'll block out of that one. Another 6. Yeah, comboing out of that one is also good. Plays Bone Clay, so he can attack. Take the life. Yeah, I mean, This is a good turn to do this. I don't think it affects the opponent. Oh, maybe it does, actually. He cannot go to 10 done anymore. Meaningful in some ways. He defends that one. Okay, definitely gonna KO that one, if possible. Play the Cracker and start using his ability. Now, it's actually pretty good in this matchup, because blocking is gonna be essential here for survival. So the Crackers are actually gonna be very meaningful. However, 9 drop is a good card. Tax my life. I want to block that one, I guess. No reason not to, since I'm not gonna be able to really attack his life total. So there's no reason not to do this. And we got another Cracker, which is nice. We got a 2k counter. We don't have to play anything, but this is okay. We attack with Luffy into the Bonclay. And I guess we can attack with everything, right? Play the blocker, and then even now we can just attack for 8. 8, 8, 8. That's 3 cards out of his hand, or put him to 2 or 1. That's good. I don't mind. Either way, I'm okay with this. Because then he has to show me a second white beer, or he's gonna really get punished. And we have the free blocker. We have another free blocker. We have 3 life. Not a bad spot to be on. He attacks my life. I don't know. It feels incorrect. I have a lot of attackers here. We're trying to go for game. I'll just block this one. Hopefully he attacks one of my cards. Although it could also be bad if he attacks one of my cards. That's the wrong one to attack, definitely. I mean, you know the Cracker is getting cards out of like every turn, right? Attacking for 6. Attacking for 6. See if I need to attack with the... Not necessarily. Attacking for 6. Attacking for 8. Oh, well, we're gonna go for it. And we get to do double... Oh, we get to play the blocker at the same time, yeah. Attack for 8. I mean 12. Should be enough. That was a good demonstration of Cracker, what he can do. So, I like this matchup. I don't think it's that terrible of a matchup either. Although we don't have anything big to play, and then... but we do swarm the board quickly enough that we can attack 6/6. The only problem would be like back-to-back white beers, but... Even then, I think we could do things to like not be that terrible against that. All right, let's fight some Reiju. Mulligan this hand. It is not great, actually. I don't really have a good play here. My opponent's gonna draw 4 cards here. 3 cards. Not the greatest, but... I kind of have to find the play, right? It's not even good. Oh, I guess now I can just do that, right? Now he doesn't get to play the guy next turn. It's not bad, I guess. And I guess I'll play a Porch next turn. I do have to defend this, but... Next turn I get to do Luffy again, and... Oh, that's my plan, I guess. That is my plan. Let's try to keep removing his stuff, right? He's done. Try to punish that aspect of the deck. I think, I mean, it's even then, it's gonna be a hard matchup. But at least if he does remove this one, he'll go down 3 Dawn, which is not bad. Ooh, what the heck? I was not expecting that one. Definitely not letting him die. That would be really bad for us. And I do have to counter this. How much Dawn does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. Still, I cannot do this. Okay, so what do we do? It's definitely this one. Plus this one. Get the chopper. Return. I could play the Franosuke, which is not terrible actually. Gain a Dawn. I could take a life too. Let's see what happens here. Wait, I need to give it a Dawn to get rush. Is it too risky to take a Dawn? I think we have to be risky. Attack for 7 here. Probably dies. Attack with rush. And attack for 5. Now we are a little bit protected against the 7-drop. And there is no 8-drop coming this turn. And we have a huge board that we might be able to stabilize with. Now next turn, he's going to go to 7. We're going to 10. Maybe we have to play a Cracker, like hard cast a Cracker. Doesn't feel good, but I don't want him to bounce back my chopper. I could also just try to do a lot of damage this turn. He does the Zora. The Zora probably gonna draw him a lot of cards here. Or he's gonna do a Binsmoch Sanji. The Sanji could be good too. It's not bad. Reiju into Sanji. I guess that's the plan. I don't think he gets to play the red one though. We get to block easily here. He plays the... Oh, this one. Okay. He does get to play that one then. KO my blocker. Oh, no. Oh, he's gonna play the guy, bounce something back to my hand. One of these two. Oh, this is a 5 cost. So it has to be the Porch. Which I guess is fine, because I can play the Chopper. And then go for game next turn. I mean, he is gonna try to go for game next turn, but we're also trying to do a lot of damage. Oh, another Porch. It's getting dicey now. Now I don't feel as confident as before. Oh, okay. That's much better. That's not as bad. The best thing I can do next turn is definitely... let's see. Alright, what do we do? I mean, we just attack with big numbers, right? And then leave the chopper, and maybe this is a Blast Breath, and we keep it the Blast Breath. But the chopper is definitely has to be part of it. Attack for 7. Attack for 7. Attack for 7. Play chopper, let him go. Now we're in a difficult... I mean, we'll see what happens. We have a lot of counter. And we might be able to just get there. We have 2 blockers alive. It's close, but it's possible. It's possible, definitely. He has a lot of attackers, don't mind you, and he could bounce back my chopper. So at the very sign that I could use the chopper, I should probably. Definitely probably has to go for game, because if he doesn't... Yeah, Judge is not good enough this turn, because I will try to go for game next turn. If he just tries to clear my board, then I have Capitan Kid plus whatever I can save. Which I don't think everything is going to die, so that's why. Let's see what my opponent tries to do here. They got a removal. Okay. They can remove my kid, I guess. And then he can play a Reiju, but he has 2 cards in hand. Ah, doesn't sound good. Trying to go after my cards. I'll definitely block that one, because in case he can bounce it back to my hand or something like that. Is he trying to go for game? He is. Should I just let him? I mean, I have a lot of combo. No way that he can win. We're definitely trying to go for game next turn. And there is nothing that he can do for 2 energy, honestly. And... attack for 7. A 2 and a 1. And... okay, we got it. Yeah, there's nothing that he can do here to stop me. I don't think there's a... oh, that's a trigger. But yeah, I mean, I just attack with the leader. That card would have been really good against us, I guess. He never had it, I guess. Oh, wow, he's playing some other removal cards. Maybe that's how you adapt to this format. I don't know. But definitely... I mean, he's just playing a lot of removal. Interesting. So it's more like a control Reiju, try to judge. But I guess we're too fast for that because we had the Magellans. I think that's what like really messed him up. Although he did have a way to remove the Magellans easily with the black bug. Interesting. I'll count this as a win. Although I didn't see the red ranger. Where was him? Is he not playing him? That would be a mistake, right? No, he has to be playing it. There's no way. Alright, we're gonna play against Luffy versus Luffy Crime. This hand has Magellan, which could be a keep because of that reason. I could try to find a more aggressive hand too. Which is... this one is fine actually, because we get to play Khalifa out of Pali, and then she doesn't actually like takes a life from him, so we get to cycle our deck, and that's not bad. That's pretty decent. Oh, and Magellan, that's pretty good. Ooh, we drew a cracker. Okay, that's not bad. And then let him go. I don't want to attack him. It's the same thing as always. You just don't want to attack them. They have to take their own life. I have a means to stop this. Maybe drawing cards is with Reiju is not possible. I don't have the 5-drop, so this is not also bad. I don't have the crackers, so maybe comboing this guy is not terrible. Although it's not that card is actually pretty decent in this matchup because it gets to play blockers for free, and Luffy doesn't really like blockers. I could just play Queen too. I do want to draw 2 cards with the... I could play Poli too, and then ramp back again. Like draw 2 cards, then ramp. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's okay. That's not bad. I don't have to take my own life and just let him go. Now we got the cracker, so maybe that was a mistake on my end. The Khalifa is definitely gonna die. I don't know why he attacked with this one, unless he's gonna kill my card. He should have attacked with leader, right? Well, I guess now we get to... Okay. We could try to draw 2 cards, right? We're gonna have the same amount of done. So drawing 2 cards is not bad here. And then we get to attack 6, 6. And if he blocks, we get to attack another 6. That will take 3 cards out of his hand. I don't want to take a life, but if he forces me to do so, I will do it. Oh, I will take another life. That's not bad for me. I'll take 2 cards out of his hand, and he's gonna have a hard time awakening. When I mean awakening, sorry, that's a Dragon Ball term. Like making his leader active. Now Magellan seems to be losing some effectiveness by the minute. I wanted to try to get him if he like tried to take his own life, and then we got a chance that way. But I mean, it's not terrible at the moment. He is gonna play something else interesting, like a Luffy. Oh, another Sabo. Okay, I see. All right, we can attack with like one of our guys first, right? See what he does. He takes the life, then attack for 5 again. He probably should take this one. He blocks. All right, well, I think that's a mistake on my end, on my opponent's end. Because then we can do this. We don't have to attack anymore. And we can do just draw 2, discard 1. The Magellan is going to be useless now. And yeah, just let him go. He has to still take 2 life. If he doesn't, he has to play Sabos, because he could be scared of me having like a 9-drop Kaido. And then KOing his Sabo, and I mean, it could go really bad for him, of course. We have a lot of cards in hand, but we don't have anything really meaningful to play. We haven't taken enough cards out of my opponent's hand, but he does have to play 2Ks to take their own life. Like sometimes that's a problem. They don't have the 2Ks. Kusan is good, but and he plays the pistol, the finger pistol. I could let this one die or not. Probably is not okay to let this one die, because I can just pressure my opponent next turn. Again, my opponent has to be like scared of me having like a 9-drop Kaido. So definitely defending this one is important. So I'll attack for 5. If he blocks, then I get to attack that one. If he takes, well, we have to do different numbers. And my opponent defends because he knows that I could have like 9-drop Kaido, right? And that could be a really bad thing for him. Now I don't have to attack anymore, and this is okay. I don't get to draw 2 cards with the... But I will put down the cracker, because if he doesn't deal with him, I get to play free blockers every turn, which is good. And now he's still in the same predicament where he has to take his own life. At this point, I would just play geckos, right? He has to just play the geckos right now, or he's just gonna fall too far behind every time that I attack for 5, 5, 5. He can bring back a Kusan and call it a day. But if he doesn't start to like play the geckos, it's gonna be really bad. I'm far behind. Now next turn I could do a lot of pressure depending on what he does. He attacks for 5. I just get to block. Show me a real attack, I guess. He plays the gecko. Okay, so that's a good play. Plays Kusan and call it a day, I guess. Maybe a Garp or something. He plays Sabo, but Sabo is more like a card that I can attack. Oh, I think I made a huge mistake here. Because I thought I combo a 2k counter here. Definitely a huge mistake because I could have pressured a lot my opponent here. But I'm gonna attack for 7. Now my opponent has to respect the board that I have. This turn would have been much better with her, but because I could have really taken his hand. He blocks. Definitely not correct, but I do get to attack here for 7. He blocks again from the hand, which is incorrect. Oh, I didn't attack the ace. I don't know why. I should have definitely attacked the ace. No reason not to. But again, we put the opponent in the same position where, I mean, he has to deal with the other things. He has 4 cards in hand. It's getting a lot easier for us to deal with his stuff. But he doesn't have a bad hand at the moment. I mean, we don't have any cards in hand like right now, so it could start to get dicey. Attacks for 5. We're gonna definitely block out of that one. Hopefully we get another cracker out of life. But we have to just keep our board because that's what's really hindering our opponent here at the moment. He has 2 cards in hand. He doesn't play the Luffy. I don't know, like he doesn't really want to use the leader ability. He's being really mindful about the fact that I can go for game at any point if he's not careful. So let's attack for 5. I mean, I could just attack for 5 into the leader just to get more cards out of my opponent's hand. But I do also want to just kill this Gecko Moria now that he's like free to do so. He blocks. So I don't see why I wouldn't just... Okay, so that's another application to this that I was doing. I just used the minus so I could get a dome back and I could use the leader ability so I could attack for 11. And he comboed 2-2Ks last turn, so maybe he didn't have enough. And that was my plan, of course. Now he plays the Luffy, but he's in a really precarious position because I don't think he can take the life anymore. So he's at the mercy of me doing it for him. And I'm not going to make it easy for him at all. So from here on, it is just a matter of how much are you really going to let me attack for 5s, 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 right? So I take 1 card out of the hand, and next turn I can attack for even more 5s. And he has to keep defending the 5s, right? So unless he plays another Gecko Moria here, I should be in a really good position. But the more that I prevent him from being a 9k leader, the better for me. So this has devolved into a weird game of like who blinks first. And I think my opponent was just too overly cautious on this point. And that could cost him the game, of course. And here I just can do the same. Attack for 5s, attack for 5s. And then use this one to get another card, get the blocker. Now I can draw 2 cards. I'm not going to play anything here. Doesn't really matter. I don't think my opponent is going to try to go for game next turn. But I could try to just do that next turn. And I get to play the blocker, I assume. So playing Black Maria was actually kind of a mistake. again, as long as I have a good board, then yeah, you see it. Like at this point, he's tired of this, and he needs to start playing cards, right? And but it's still really difficult to self-awaken from here. Now it's just not possible for him anymore, and we get to win the game. It devolved into a weird game. Next turn, I definitely was gonna try to go for game if he plays the 10 drop Kusan. So yeah, I mean, it was really a really difficult game for both of us, like to find out like what was like the giving point, right, to win the matchup, of course. All right, we got it. All right, let's go versus Nami. Oh, I made a mistake here. I have to take the life first. Oh, no, no, no. That's fine. Because I have the chopper that I can play. So then I can use the leader ability. I don't know if I attack this turn, though. But I mean, it's fine. Attacking for 6 is a very good number. Oh, and he has to use a gobble. Oh, that's just great. And he had to discard a PLuffy. Oh. Call it a day, bro. And he attacks me. He doesn't want me to ramp, but that's pretty bad, actually. He has a lot of energy up, so maybe I don't attack this turn. But I do develop a Cracker, if possible. And then draw some cards here. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it's fine. I could attack with double 5, see if he does Snake. But it's not worth it, right? Just better attack next turn. I'll use a chopper because why not? I want to play something next turn, so. Take a life, ramp again. This is a matchup where I don't even mind going to 0. Attack for 6. It does double, so that allows me to play the queen. I don't think I need another one of this. And then attack for 7. It does rubber band, which is fine. Now I get to attack for 6 every turn. Not in the worst spot at the moment. See how many 6s can he withstand. He braced back. Oh, he messed that up. He messed that up, yeah. Did it have enough to survive? Let me see. I mean, this turn he could have a lot of counter. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not bad. Magellan is really important in this matchup, I think. All right, we're gonna have a Cracker opening, maybe. Not yet. So let's play the Khalifa. Maybe we can draw into it. It's not that bad. Problem with this matchup is going to be the triggers on life. That's the way that he's gonna win, and I think that's the way that they always win this matchup. Magellan would be really good for us if I get to draw it, but of course that's not always the case. He might attack for 9, just trying to force the life out of me. But I don't mind that much. I mean, I have 2 blast breaths, so I'm comfortable to go like low. I don't mind as much. He is, however, playing the kid is not bad. Because now I can just heal, draw 2. Yeah, since I didn't have Cracker, I didn't want to overdo it. 3 blast breath, I think is probably way too much. Does he get a trigger? Maybe. He doesn't. Okay, so now the game is looking a lot better for me. Because next turn I can play Crackers and fill the board with creatures. That's a good one. That Nami is good. I do have to defend my Khalifa. She also gets me cards back, so it's not that bad. I would have done it the other way. I would have attacked for 6 and then 4. That's more cards out of my hand. Which is good, actually. Now here attack for 6 and then 4. This is the way that he should have attacked last turn. Then I get to play Cracker and then attack for... I mean, might as well just attack for 4. There is no reason not to do so, right? And then just play another Cracker probably. I could play Reiju, but Reiju doesn't draw me cards at the moment, does it? No. So there's no reason to play Reiju. Ooh, discarding the second Blast Breath maybe was a mistake there, but... Oh, I could have done it again. I don't know why I didn't do it. Because the thing is for each one, right? I could have done it again and bring out another Cracker. That is on me. That I should have done that. He attacks for 6. Now he attacks for the right number. I have to get out of that one. But my opponent's still not 9. Not a number that he can really mess with. And a lot has happened on this game, and just not really a lot. He can attack for a big number, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of Crackers in my deck, so I might be able to just keep playing them. Yeah, it's fine if he draws, not that big of a deal. Now I think I should be able to draw 2 cards. No, I messed that up. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm messing up some basic combos on this deck, but I mean it should be fine. I'm gonna attack for 5/5/5 here. If he wants to defend this, it's a mistake, honestly, because then I'm not even attacking at his leader, and that's just great for me. I should have just played Queen first, and then the Reiju. I don't know what's going on with me today, but it should be fine. I mean, I still have 5 cards on board. Even if he does have something like a 10 drop, I should be able to crap back and then keep playing like my queens and stuff, right? Like again, we were able to fill the board, but I mean, it should have been playing a little bit better, honestly. I missed on a second Cracker on board. I missed on the draw on the Reiju. Like, there's a couple of misses that they shouldn't happen, honestly. Ooh, comboing the Queen is also could be a mistake, but it's fine. Now this ace gets no value, which is great for me. We do get to attack here. And the nice thing about this matchup is that I can just defend my things, because most likely than not, he's going to have some triggers and kill my things anyway. So I get to replace them the same turn, which is not bad. Example 1. So we get to attack here. He takes it, and I guess I get to attack for like 7/7 if anything, right? To just put him to 1. So he doesn't get to heal to 2 back again next turn. Okay, he got the trigger, but at least we got that out of the way, right? And then now we defend. He could try to go for game, but we have 2 blockers, which is pretty good. And he has 3 cards in hand, which is gonna be difficult. A second ace could be really good, no? Don't underestimate the power of double ace here. But next turn, I think I have to defend this turn. I try to go for game next turn for sure, because he has 2 cards in hand at that point, right? He goes Reiju, manageable, I think. But I think I just have to try to go for game, right? I don't think I have too many turns after this. So we're trying to go for it. 7 into 9. Maybe 9 was a bad number, because if he has a 0-cost event that can heal, he could get there. But also, I don't want to play too much into like a bait or something like that, right? And then we got 9, and then 2 more. Yeah, so we got there. He was missing like another ace to really close the game. But we're able to get there in the end. I think he defended some cards that he probably shouldn't have. and he didn't have that many triggers in life, which is ultimately what it comes down to. But I definitely should have played this matchup a lot better. I didn't. I definitely should have played it a lot better. All right. So any new leader that or any new strategy that you're trying to try in any leader, I cannot really give him an exact rating on this one because I don't know how much better or worse is than the regular Luffy tradition list. But I think it's pretty decent, like playing blockers for free and doing the same thing that you're doing. Like sometimes these extra cards don't do much on Luffy, and playing big guys is not like the way to go anymore. Like you just want to be spam aggro with this deck, so it feels like this is like the right home for Luffy. Another strategy, another leaders that you could play for Cracker would be like Pudding, or even the Pudding leader, the the purple yellow one. Those also have like a home for this leader because you can search those cards and then have this being a more consistent play. But I think I showcase how it could be really good. It could be very aggressive in some ends, right? But that's all I have for today. With that being said, thank you all for watching and have a good one.